backpedaling, teaching them some things. Being a dad. Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
WTOC, the Southeast News leader.
I'm in the car!
Get the new Mercedes!
That's a car!
That's a car.
That's a car!
It's a new Porsche! I love when people are happy with their prizes. You're just giving stuff away left and right. It's a new powerboat! Cars, trips, Barbados, Thailand. It's a trip to Spain. Thousands of dollars given away. $10,000. $60,000.
This money will really help me.
That is the best part of my job.
This is truly incredible. I'm kind of like joking, so thank you.
It's time for Let's Make a Deal. Let me see these big dealer. Hello, hey America. Welcome to Let's Make a Deal. I'm Wayne Brady. Who wants to make a deal with me? Two people. Let's go. Let's go to pizza. Tilda, right there, Tilda. And yes. Hello, Tilda and Serenity. Grab a microphone. Welcome, Tilda. Where are you from and what do you do? Just tell America those two things about
I'm
yourself.
from Compton, California. I am a city bus driver. I drove city bus for 17 years. I drove school bus for 20.
Wow. So you just help everyone get around. So thank you, Tilda.
That's right.
And Serenity, what do you do?
I'm a culinary student at the Institute of Culinary Education, but to pay the bills, I'm a funeral director.
Okay. So nice to meet both of you. Welcome to the show. So we're going to play a little bit called Power Play. Tiffany has two bronze envelopes. Hey, Tiffany. Envelope 1, envelope 2. One has money, one has power play. You pick the power play, you make the deal. The money goes right here into our power bank. Miss Tilda, I picked you first. 1 or 2? 2. There you go, ma'am. Serenity, there you go. Open the envelopes, please. Serenity, let's see how much money. $1,000. Let's put that in the bank. There we go. So, Miss Tilda, your deal is take Kurt number 2 or take that $1,000.
Let's go on Kurt number 2.
You taking the cash? Somebody wants to have Kurt number 2.
I want kitchen appliances.
Serenity, we're going to make another deal, so you sit tight. Who wants to make a deal? Hello, how you doing, Billy?
So good to meet you, man.
Billy, what do you do, sir?
I do commercial real estate, but my real passion is reggae music.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Now, here's your deal. 2 silver envelopes. One has money, one has the power play. Pick the power play. We play with power. Pick the money, it goes to the bank. Serenity, 1 or 2?
1.
1, that is yours. Billy, you get number 2. Please open your envelopes. Who is playing first? Open it up, please. Come on, Miss Serenity. Serenity's got the power play, so she's playing. Hold that. Billy, $1,100 goes into our bank. So, your deal is this, Mr. Serenity. Curtain 3 or the 11.
I'm not saying curtain number 3 yet. I'm keeping $1,100.
Curtain 3, let's see.
Well, we got the old bags at home, but
That's really cool. Look what shoe accessories from Total Search. Featuring a collection of premium bags, 2 pairs of stylish footwear, statement-making sunglasses, and gold zone jewelry. Discounts worth $4,063. Give Serenity a big round of applause. That's the luxury school, Serenity. Congratulations. So, Billy, you have $1,100, and you have this mystery money added on top of that bank money. So that's like the money in the bank. This is the money in your mattress.
Okay, money in the match.
Keep this or take the gift bag.
I'm gonna take the envelope.
The money wasn't a gift bag. Is it a gift?
What? What? Oh, no. I'm gonna take the gift bag.
Keep this or take the gift bag.
I'll take the gift bag.
The money wasn't a gift bag. Is it a gift?
Yes, I'm going to London. Well, it's not a non-stop trip, but that's okay.
But I tell you what, Billy, I'm going to add $500 on
$500.
Clinically.
Let's make a deal. Who wants to make a deal with me? The Scarecrow. Come on, Scarecrow. Come on, Zach. Oh, Zach took the other way. There's the microphone, Zach. Tell America what you do and where you from.
Hi, my name is Zach. I'm from Irvine. I work in animation,
but I'm currently unemployed, so I really need this. But with my free time, I've picked up a few new hobbies, like I learned how to play the theremin.
Wow. So the folks at home, the theremin is a musical instrument. Can you explain how it's played?
Well, it's an electronic instrument, and so you use one hand to control the pitch and the other one to kind of control the melody.
Oh, okay.
So this hand's kind of the melody, and then over here would be the pitch, and you kind of open and close your hand.
And then, so how fast do you move the left hand?
Pretty slowly, or else it's gonna sound like really loud.
Ah. Note to self.
Yeah.
We have curtain number 1 for you. Tiffany, what's behind curtain 1?
$10,000, yes!
Here's how you win $10,000. On this movie board, we have 5 movie titles in our game of Remember When. Apollo 13, 100.
I'm gonna say Apollo 13 and 7, final answer.
7, 10 things I hate about you, and The Fifth Element. You need to pick out the 2 movies that debuted in the same calendar year in the U.S. If you can do that, you got $10,000.
I'm feeling 7.
Okay, all right. So, 7, so he feels that. What else are you feeling?
Fifth Element.
Ah, okay. So you believe that both of these movies debuted in the same calendar year.
That's the best of a guess that I got.
That's all you can do?
Yeah.
If you don't like your guess, then Tiffany has that small box right there. Tiffany, what's in the box? Massage is for a year.
So together we just want to unprecedented success in 2025 and now this is worth $3,000. This doesn't seem to happen for people that win the presidency.
That's a lot of massages.
It's an amazing phenomenon. You win the presidency, and we sure as hell are having a successful presidency. I will say that. But even if it's a successful presidency, this is not the right way. We have a very good day. But even if it's successful, they don't win. I don't know what it is. There's something psychological that you vote against. You can win by a lot. We won every swing state. We won the popular vote by millions. We won everything. But they say that when you win the presidency, you lose the midterm. So you're all brilliant people. Most of you are in this business longer than me. That makes me smarter than you. Because look where I am. No, don't.
Yes, got the same win.
With the mind of the public, because we have the right policy. They don't. They have a horrible policy. They do stick together. They're violent. They're vicious. They're vicious people, and they stick together like glue. They don't have a couple of the people that we have. A couple of people, not too many. Really very few. And that's why I want to just say that before we go any further, I want to express our tremendous sorrow at the loss of a great member, great member, Congressman Doug LaMalfa, who passed away yesterday, as you probably have heard. And he was the leader of the Western Caucus, a fierce champion on California water issues. He was great on water. He wanted release the water and scream out. And a true defender of American children. He was a defender of everybody. And our hearts go out to his wife, Jill, and his entire family. He voted with me 100% of the time. And by the way, he wasn't a 3 o'clock in the morning person. Do you know what I mean by that? Where the speaker goes, sir, could you call up? Could you call? I said, what time is it, speaker? Sir, it's 3 in the morning. Could you make a couple of calls? How many? 9. So I'd start calling 3 in the morning. I said, I shouldn't use any names. I'm just going to create problems. But hi, Jim, and I'm not talking about Jim Jordan. They had never had to call 3 in the morning for him. But I said, "Hi, Jim. How you doing?" I just called to say hello. 3. Okay, sir. Sir, you haven't spoken to me in 3 years, and it's now 3 in the morning, so I know what you want. You want my vote. And usually almost always they give it, but they wanted to be called. And with Doug, I never had to call. He was with us right from the beginning. I love those guys. I must say I probably love them the best. The guys that I don't have to call, they know we're doing the right thing. I have a couple that are going to be with us all the way, but they just want the call. They want love. They need love. They're more insecure than most of you. It's true. No, most of you are secure people. They're all laughing. So most of you are secure people. I had a couple say, "Look, I could have Trump call me all the time. I just have to break his ass a little bit." And he'll be calling. But I appreciate those. We actually had a little party. We opened up a beautiful section of the White House in the Rose Garden, and we had a party for all of those people that I never speak to and vote for me. And I spoke to Doug, but I didn't speak to him about, never had a problem. And I was really saddened by his passing and was thinking about not even doing the speech in his honor. But then I decided that I have to do it in his honor. I do it in his honor because he would have wanted it that way. He would have wanted it that way. He would have said, "Do that speech. Are you kidding me? Do this speech." Big guy. But he was a fantastic person. That was a good one. And I thought, yeah, before he took off, he was just with us. He was our friend.
So Daniel, are you a martial
I
artist?
also want to say the best wishes to Congress and Jim Barrett and his wife who are recovering from the car accident. They're going to be okay, but they had a pretty bad accident. And we pray that they get out of that hospital very quickly. He's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. But it was bad.
Martial arts for film.
And I want to thank the man who has been sent there. So many of
a little known film
our trials.
Everything
He
Everywhere
really
All at
has been.
Once.
He's the guy that would call me to make those calls all the time. He's a nice person.
Whatever makes you
He's
comfortable.
a high quality person. But I want to say he's a very tough cookie. I've seen both sides. Not often do I have to see the other side because he's just, by nature, a very fine, religious person. He's a religious person. I like that. I like the religious people. It usually means you're more honest. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
What is this, Jonathan?
I bet the real religious ones that get numbers on there and I say, "I'm going to get them someday."
It's everything everywhere all
They got me by surprise. But it's usually good, okay,
I
right?
want you to look at this, and I'll give you $2 per liquid
His name
ounce.
is Mike Johnson.
Could be a lot of money, could be a little. Or I've got an envelope in my pocket. I'll give you this. Let's make it do a door envelope. Is there anyone here that's good with volume? How many ounces do you think?
He has my complete and total endorsement.
Who said 82? Lamar, do you speak from like you were chef?
So,
Or
but it is true. A lot of times they say, "I wish Mike was tough on tough." He's tough.
I don't know if you all heard that. So Lamar, you just looked at this thing.
Can't be tough when you have a majority of 3.
But is that
And now
still
sadly a
based
little
on
bit less than that.
anything?
Yes, it's
A
based
little
on
bit less
prior
than that,
wins
maybe.
from guessing things.
But can't be Trump. You can't. You make 10 enemies, 20 enemies. That's the end of that, right?
Liquid ounce, right? How many ounces do you think
there's one
is in a
person who's
container like
given up
that?
on? I think he just gave up on this guy.
82 ounces.
Never
So
voted
if you're
for
within 5 ounces, we'll pay you
But,
500, right?
No matter how good
So
you
within
are,
5. Okay.
there's a sickness there. You can have the greatest building.
So Daniel,
Forget
you
about
want
the
to take this or
Republicans.
take the envelope?
Great.
I'm taking the envelope.
I have
Morbid curiosity with envelopes. Give me the envelope!
How about $3 per liquid ounce?
I'm taking the envelope point.
$4.
Still gotta be the envelope.
$5.
Envelope.
$6.
Envelope.
How many ounces, Mr. Daniel?
432 ounces.
You said 82.
It's the only thing I learned about Steve.
You didn't clean your glasses. So at $6 per ounce, it would have been $2,592. That's what you passed on. And now, before I show you this, thank you for your martial arts demonstration. I'll give you $100. We always like to thank you for the which takes the edge off of giving you $1,000.
Oh, this is on.
This is a special audience, y'all. Who wants to make a deal?
He's incredible. She's a strong, beautiful, great person. She's a great person. She actually liked me at the beginning. When we were having little
I'm from Torrance,
fights. We
California.
weren't having fights. We just
Retired
didn't know
from
each other.
American after
We
44
didn't know each
years.
other.
Now I
And
take
I
care
heard
of
he
my
said
dirty
something
grandson,
negative
blind
about me. He
dance
was sort
parties,
of right
weekend
about
plans,
me. You're
excursions
not
with
supposed to
friends.
say that, even though you but Jackie was saying, I'm telling you, he's a great guy. He's going to be a great president.
Feeling gay.
She was fighting for me. And now I love this guy. He's great. Jackie was right about it. She was right about it. But Dom is
Today, we want to match you with the
incredible.
perfect
He's incredible
prize.
at what he
Are
does.
you in need of a good
He's a
prize?
great team player.
Yes, I thought so.
Your
Yes.
conference chair,
To
Lisa
introduce these
McLean,
prizes,
is
we have two gentlemen.
so
Let's go ahead and
strong
meet
and
them.
powerful and beautiful. Thank you, Lisa.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself?
Hello there. My name is Lamar. I'm a
And I
professional
think
ounce
their
guesser.
broadcast, you know, we said we
Here's
don't
some
care
real
if the
such
press
shows
comes
as
and that. So
No,
when I say
You're
about that,
Wrong
they said
and
that
The Hell You
they're
Thinking.
broadcasting all this. And
I
I'm letting
represent
my
Curtin
feelings
number
out
one.
because it's true. I feel that way about so many people in the room.
Thank you,
I can say it
Lamar.
about
Do you
many
remember
of the
two?
people in the room. Some I
I
don't
like
know
to
as well,
introduce
but many of the
myself,
people
everyone.
in
My
the
name
room,
is
incredible people.
Ricardo
Incredible what you're doing.
Crute.
We also have another one, Richard Hudson,
Yearly Crute
Chairman,
business that open up from
NRCC. Richard's always in there,
Why did this month?
always with a smile. No matter what's happening, he always has a smile.
All right, so to get to know a little bit about their prizes, go ahead and ask your first question.
I take the prize and pull it to the dance floor. They say that the DJ is playing its song. What song is it?
No, I can't tell you the name of the song. I can't remember, but it would be anything by Billy Ocean.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you had that question. My particular answer would be a special DJ mix. It would be Brick House by the Commodores, mixed with A House Is Not a Home by Luther Vandross.
All right, so ask your second question.
I love to laugh. If your prize wanted to make me laugh, how would they do it?
You know, I can't tell you that. We're on daytime television. This prize is for adults only. I would like to make you laugh. I find that with a person of the female persuasion, a relationship can only be solidified after you
We have
submit
ammunition,
your
partly to
relationship
fake
together.
news. That's why I like
I
being
can
on.
make
I'd
you
much
laugh.
rather
I
do
have to
live
submit it
television
first,
than
and
do
then I put it down.
non-live, because when they say, as an example in my speech, peacefully and
All right,
patriotically
Joanne, those are all of your clues.
to the Capitol.
What did you get from that?
Did you know that
Group
the
number one,
Unselect
we
Committee
have Lamar.
And the
didn't
ocean.
report it?
Yes,
that I
Billy
said those
Ocean.
words?
Anything by Billy
Do you know
Ocean,
that the
and he
news
said
never
it's for
reported
adults
the
only.
words
What could that be?
An adult
Walk,
group.
march,
Possibly.
peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol. You know
And
they
then we have
never reported
Ricardo.
that.
And his song would be Brick
The
House
Unselect
and
Committee
House Is Not a Home.
never reported
And
that.
then
They
to make
never
you laugh, he
reported
said
that Nancy
you have to
Pelosi
cement
was
your
offering
relationship.
10,000
So brick house, cement your relationship, lay it down, make you sit on
soldiers
it.
were living
What does
no
that sound like?
on the man.
Oh,
The man's were rather she was more
furniture.
honorable
I'll take the
about it.
furniture. Yes.
But Nancy got
Okay.
caught when
Number
her
three,
daughter
Wayne.
We're
did
gonna
a
go with
documentary. She's a
Ricardo.
documentary.
All right, well, let's see what Lamar
And,
had behind curtain number one. For
She's a
adults
mother saying,
only.
it's my fault. I should have taken the soldiers.
Oh, no. This is
That's what
such
I'm
a
about.
yes.
This is a major story. And she stepped into a building, it's, but they just, they are vicious people, even when the attack. And it was an amazing military feat that took place. Yeah. An amazing military. The people are saying, thank you.
No, this is on.
We had a lot of boots on the ground. But it was amazing. And think of it, nobody was killed. And on the other side, a lot of people were killed. Unfortunately, I say that, soldiers. Cubans, mostly Cubans, but many, many killed. And they knew we were coming, and they were protected, and our guys weren't. Our guys are jumping out of helicopters, and you're not protected, and they were. But it was so brilliant. The electricity for almost the entire country was boom, turned off. That's when they knew there was a problem. There was no electricity. Caracas, there's no electricity. It's not a. The only people with lights were the people that had candles. It was just off. So we sort of got them a little by surprise, but it was brilliant tactically. It was an incredible thing. But I watched where Schumer, he's such a bad guy. I mean, I've known the guy for a long time, and he's such a bad guy. At some point they should say, you did a great job. Thank you. Congratulations. Wouldn't it be good? I would say that if they did a good job, their philosophies are so different, but if they did a good job, I'd be happy for the country. They've been after this guy for years and years and years. And, he's a violent guy. He gets up there and he tries to imitate my dance a little bit. But he's a violent guy. And he's killed millions of people. He's tortured. They have a torture chamber in the middle of Caracas that they were closing up. But he's tortured people. And now what they do, the radical left, they actually have people, and it's hard to get them. They're all paid people. Most of these people are paid. They're paid when they have brand new, beautiful printed signs by like the highest quality printer. And you have a woman, free Maduro. And the sign is before we even did the attack. Free Maduro. Why do you want him freed? I don't know, but he should be free. Oh, she reads the sign. What does that say? It says free. Well, that's what I believe. And you see the sign. It's like, Lisa, we should all have quality signage like that. The one thing I want their sign maker. The guy is great. He does beautiful signage. The old days was better when they used to write out their own sign, wasn't it? They'd make a sign in the basement. They'd have an old broken board holding up a sign, and it's made with a magic marker, and sloppy as hell, and it meant something. But today, when you have that yellow and black, they should use different colors a little bit. But the yellow is a beautiful shade of yellow. I want to find out who that is. I want him to work for the Republican campaign. He's much better than our guy, whoever the guy is. But the United States proved once again that we have the most powerful, most lethal, most sophisticated, and most fearsome. It's a fearsome military on planet Earth, and it's not even close. I've been saying it for a long time. Nobody can take us. Nobody. We don't want to have it. We don't have a discussion, but you read all and you see everything else. Nobody could have done that. Nobody has our weapons. Nobody has the quality of our weapons. The problem is we don't produce them fast enough. We're going to start producing them much faster. We're going to be very tough on the companies. We have the best weapons in the world, but it takes too long to get them, including allies. When allies want to buy them, they have to wait 4 years for a plane, 5 years for a helicopter. We're not letting that happen anymore. We're telling our defense contractors, you're going to start building faster. Guy makes... I have a big problem with it. I'm the king. I have sold more Boeings than any human being on earth. They gave me an award, Salesman of the Year. I said, what about Salesman of in the history of Boeing? I've sold more Boeing planes than any man in history by far, probably over 1,000. Over 1,000 planes. I said, that's the good news. But why should they wait 3-4 years to get a plane? They should build them, get them immediately. The F-35s, it takes too long to get them. The Apache helicopter. I mean, I had India coming to me, sir. I've been waiting 5 years. We're changing. India ordered 68 Apaches.
Any
And
family members
Prime
that
Minister
love to
Modi
hang
came
out
to see me
together?
and said, yes, had a very good relationship. And he's not quite happy with me because they're paying a lot of tariffs now because they're not being here, but they are. But now with the basic sanctions, from Russia. We get rich because of tariffs, by the way. I hope everyone understands that. They hate the report. We have over $650 billion poured into our country or coming in shortly because of tariffs. They're finding all of these pockets of money a couple of weeks ago. So we're over $39 billion.
Small box, please.
Curtain one, it's Let's Get Physical. The two of you decide which one you'd like. Twisted Shout or Let's Get Physical. No help from the audience. Just talk between the two of you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Well,
Let's go with the curtain.
what do you say?
Curtain is Let's
We
Get
don't
Physical.
know where it
Let's
came
see,
from. I
Twist
said,
and Shout.
check the tariff show.
Yes, I want dance lesson.
This never they will find plus 39 billion. Not billion. Plus 39 billion. They were
We
missing.
have Let's Get Physical.
We've taken it $650 billion.
For the big box.
Spin your wheels.
I don't know. I think for your answers this one.
National security. And frankly, we have a big Supreme Court case.
Okay, what's behind the curtain? Let's Get Physical.
I passed off with
So far, you've passed on the fitness equipment plus the dance lesson over $5,000.
And the people
Last deal. Take curtain number 2. Don't stand too close. That's the
The
clue.
election was rigged.
Or keep what you have.
I'm
which
keeping the
is
big box.
spin your wheels.
Still doesn't.
Are you ready to spin the box? Spin your wheels.
passed on the first
How about if I just gave you some money? How about $1,000 each?
I want a new scooter.
That's the only thing that we could find that he signed. Most of it he didn't sign. So somebody's sending papers to sign, and he wasn't the president. First of all, the election was rigged. You ought to have voter ID. You ought to insist on it. You ought to insist on it. Can you imagine? In California, they not only don't have voter ID, but if an official at the voting booths, which they don't have, by the way, because it's all mailed, if an official, a voting official, even asks somebody for voter ID, sir, would like to see your identification. Do you come from our country? They put him in jail for tampering with the election. Okay? We got to straighten this out before it gets too crazy. California is more corrupt than any place. California is more corrupt than Minnesota. And I won Minnesota. Well, Tom's going, I think so. Well, it's close. It can't be proportionately, probably nothing's more corrupt, right?
We got to win something.
Yeah, right. He says you got to win. I'll tell you what, I did great there 3 times. I was surprised 3 times. Those elections are corrupt. They got you one time too, but I heard a long time ago. But they got you. But they got to straighten those out. But we have to have voter ID. And when you confront a Democrat about voter ID, like in a debate or something, I said it a couple of times with Biden. It's just one. They're very embarrassed when they say, "We want voter ID, voter identification." The only reason somebody doesn't want that is because they want to cheat. Our elections are crooked as hell. And you can not only win elections over that, and not only win future elections, but you'll win every debate because the public is really angry about it. And you ought to pass the SAFE Act, or whatever you're going to call it. Are we going to SAVE Act or the Save America Act? I think we're going to change the name a little bit. You're going to put that up for a vote? I think everybody in this room certainly should do it. And it's a bad vote for them because they're voting against things like voter ID and other things that are almost equal to voter ID. But when somebody says, no, we don't want voter ID, that means they're crooked. And the public understands it. You win elections with that. But I think it would be really important, Save America Act, if you would put that up for a vote. It's got my total endorsement. And all it is common sense things about the election. And they'll fight it like crazy because they cheat. That's the only way they can win. When you have policy so bad, when you have policy with men and women's sports, and they fight like hell for it. They still are. I saw the other day a person that you know very well, a congressman, was fighting like hell. And, I was out the other day with somebody, and I was with an ex-football player. The guy was massive. His leg was like this. And a young woman who plays flag football. And she's very good, supposedly, as an athlete. She's smaller than this guy's leg. Okay? And if they were playing football together, he wouldn't even have to run. He could just keep walking.
Because I know that you are volunteering to be next to the dynamite because
You
it's
can't
such a
even believe
dangerous
it.
job.
But there's so many that had a race. The long distance race, that
You do,
champion
and you want
men,
to protect
women.
Tiffany. And we thank you
We
so
don't
much
want
for
to
taking over that
marathon
opportunity.
The man finished 5 hours and 14 minutes.
Soon, this is the big deal of the day, worth over $23,000. With the designer accessories.
Take a look at the weightlifting records.
Right now,
One record's good for 18 years. And he was broken by 112 pounds. They couldn't get 1/8 of an ounce. They put an 1/8 of an ounce on. And she's got a record record for her mom.
So where are you from? What do you do, Wendy?
I'm a true valley girl, and I'm a
We're
Lyft
having
driver,
1/8
and I
of
drive
an
a
ounce,
cat
Steve.
car.
So this record is stood, ladies and
Completely
gentlemen,
decorated
for
with
18
ears,
years.
a tail.
And she's going to
Are there any real
And
cats?
then I give out
looking
cat
to get
stickers.
into the Olympics,
Unfortunately,
right?
no.
Okay, good.
People are
She gets up.
I like giving out cat stickers. So that's fun.
And my wife,
You're not
hates
blamed on
it.
me.
We have our own cat right here on Let's Make a Deal.
She said, she's a
She doesn't drive people around because
She
it
said,
would be an
it's
unfortunate
so
situation. So,
unprecedented.
we have something for you, and that is...
She said, when I did become
chance to win.
president,
Number 3, Wendy.
somebody, she hates Roy Dance. I said, everybody wants to do, it's not presidential. And she said, could you imagine FDR dressing? She said that to me. And I said, there's a long history that perhaps she doesn't know. Because he was an elegant fellow. Even as a Democrat, he was attacked by Japan. He was quite arrogant. But he wouldn't be doing it. But no, too many others. But she sits there and the weightlifting is and I have to say this, the dancing is.
We love it. To win the car, you need to mine 5 consecutive pieces of gold on stage. There are 8 containers. 6 of them have gold, 2 of them have dynamite. One at a time, you're going to pick a container on stage. If it contains gold, you will move 1 step up the money ladder from $500 to $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, all the way to the in-cat container. You do know that if you hit the dynamite, it's going to knock you back down to the very bottom, your starts to Wayne is part of his DNA.
I loved him.
Now, Wayne, just remember what you don't want is to get those sets of dynamite, or the game is over and you go home with nothing, okay? Let's win you that automobile.
I'm gonna pick number 2.
Let's say 2. Gold.
Or you could take that 500 if you didn't want that.
Let's roll.
Let's roll, buddy.
Number 4.
Let's say 4. Gold.
You want to stop? You want to take that $1,000 or you want to keep on playing? Let's do this. Let's do it. Pick it up.
Let's say 6.
Number 6.
Please. Oh, please, Wayne.
Gold.
Oh my God, that's a lot of money.
Because if you get dynamite, you're going to go back down to the bottom again. If you get blown back down to the bottom now, you wouldn't have enough gold left in your car.
Right?
So what do you want to
Oh
do?
no, I'm still going.
Let's go for it. Let's say 3.
Number 3.
Oh, please. Oh, God, please.
No, dynamite.
No more time.
Win some cash, okay?
Exactly.
There's 3 gold left and 1 dynamite. So go ahead.
Number 8.
Let's say 8.
This is number 8.
Number 8.
Gold.
I need kitty help. Okay, I'm gonna go let you go. Number 5.
Let's say 5.
Please.
Gold.
Box is gold and you'll have 2,000. 1 box is dynamite, you'll have nothing. Or take that $1,000 right now.
I'm gonna take that money.
I'm gonna take the money.
The problem is people forget that I did it. They totally forget. They were talking about the other day. We don't like Donald Trump on this. We don't like Donald Trump on that. And somebody just out of the blue said, well, he did an unbelievable job. Who cares about that? They're saying, like, that's been done. What do we do about that, Mike? Everything you do. It's almost like what have you done lately is the way you have to run your life. In other words, I could have the most unbelievable 4 years, and I guess I'm not allowed to run. I'm not sure. Is there a little something out there that I'm not allowed to run? But let's assume I was allowed to run. I could have, there's going to be a constitutional movement. No, I could have the most unbelievable 4 years. Everything was great. But in the last week, I made a little slip up in something. And you lose the election. It's like, so we can't let them forget that we did such a great job on the border. By the way, Venezuela, everyone, they're marching in the streets. I love it, except in New York. I mean, where they find these people? These people, and they're not like, these people are a mess. I know it's not nice to say that. These people are a mess. Where do they find these people? They're the worst looking people I've ever seen. They got hats that are all frayed and they look like they're all paid. They don't even know what they're talking. When the reporters don't interview them because they know that it's, the press is so anti. It's hard to believe the press can be so anti because it's all common sense. It's not, we're conservative, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're all common sense people. It's not even conservative. It's common sense. But the press has no credibility whatsoever. Think of it. I got 97% bad stories on one network, 93% on the other, and I won in a landslide. You know what that means? The press has no credibility. That's all it means. And we got to keep it that way. So I don't talk too much about the swimming, the weightlifting, the boxing. I don't talk about it. You know why? I want to start bringing it up about a week before the election because I don't want them to correct themselves. I don't want them to say, we've decided that we don't want to have men playing in women's sports. That'd be a devastating blow for us. Because that's, they say it's an 80-20. No. It's about a 98-2 issue. We've decided that we will not have open borders where the entire world, from the Congo, prisoners from the Congo, these are extraordinarily tough people. These are people that make our motorcycle gangs look like fine young men. Okay? Our motorcycle gangs are wonderful people by comparison. No, they come in from prisons in the Congo. They come in from prisons from all over the world, but in particular Venezuela, Tren de Aragua. Tren de Aragua comes in, and Tren de Aragua, they say it's the worst gang in the world. It makes our gangs look like little sweethearts. It makes our gangs, you want to take them out to dinner, they're so nice. They cut off the fingers of people. One guy makes a phone call in Colorado. The governor stinks in Colorado. There's no control. So Tren de Aragua, they don't want to do anything about it. So ICE has to go in and take them out because the governor doesn't want to do anything. But they make a phone call. They've taken over my building. The landlord's calling. They took over his building. So the governor doesn't want to do anything. But he calls the police. The guy, they come in. Did you call the police? This is Tren de Aragua talking to the man that owns the building. Did you call the police? Yeah. Boom, they cut off his fingers. If you call him again, the next time your hand comes off.
Now, where do you drive out here from?
And these are the animals that we're throwing the hell out of here. Washington, D.C. is now the safest city in the country.
You come out all the way out here. Well, I want you to leave and go home with something.
And you people
So
know
I got
that
two things to offer you. A small box and curtain number 2. Which one would you like, sir?
Washington, D.C.
There you go. Curtain number 2. What's in the box, sir?
No, it was a trip to Palm Springs.
So you got the curtain. Keep the curtain or take the big box now. Then you gotta go with the box. Tiffany, what did they just pass on?
No, it was a trip to... Oh yes, I'm going to Denver.
Now you passed on a trip to this place and the other place. And the other place to Palm Springs and to Denver. How about I give you $500 to not take the box? What's in the big box? We gotta go with it.
Dodge the line.
We took out over 2,000 people, brought them back to their countries from where they came, or they're in prison now in Washington. Because it's not just like you have to take the bad ones out. 2%, 3% of the population causes 90% of the crime. Think of it. 2% of the population in Washington, D.C. causes 90% of the crime. So when you get rid of the 2%, we took out over 2,000 people, got them out of the country or in prison. Some were so bad that we didn't want to send them back to their countries because they'll come back in, even though it's hard now. But, they're pretty smart. They're sick, but they're smart. But you're now living in one of the safest cities in the country. It's a great thing. You can walk to the restaurants. Restaurants are booming. New restaurants are open. They were all closing. You wouldn't have had a restaurant. And I don't know about you, but to me, those soldiers standing there look so good. I'm not going to feel safe walking down the street without them. I don't think you would either. Even though, we took out so many criminals, I just feel better. To me, they're beautiful. I look at these soldiers, and you feel safe. You feel safe. I don't think if we took them out, even if the crime wasn't much, it would definitely be more. We did a great job in Chicago. They don't want to talk about it. We, against all this slob of a governor, this stupid slob, who's the family threw him out of the business. He was a dope, and the Pritzker family, but they threw him out of the business. And the mayor, he's a low IQ person, extremely low IQ. We should give everybody like these competency tests, right? The cognitive, they call it cognitive. I'm the only president that went for cognitive. I think every president and vice president should be forced to take cognitive exams, mental tests, like, are they intelligent? Wouldn't it be nice? Do you think Walsh could pass a cognitive test, as an example? Do you think Kamala could? I don't think Gavin could. He's got a good line of crap, but other than that, he couldn't pass. I mean, here's a guy who didn't want to have water coming down from the Pacific Northwest. Why? They have a little tiny fish, this big, it's a little tiny fish, not doing well. You know why? No water. They're sending water. It's too much. It's killing the fish, so they cut it off, and then they have 25,000 houses burned down. They don't know why. No, I think I believe in it. I'm the only one that took a cognitive test. I do it's the worst. If I don't do a medical exam, because I've had times where I went longer, because I'm busy. If I don't do a medical exam, they say, Trump's not doing an exam. There must be something wrong with him. If I do the exam, they say, why did he do this? Why did he do this part of an exam? He did too much. There's something wrong with him. Do you remember there was a period, Mike, where I had 32 days in a row. I did one press conference, 2, 3, sometimes 4. I do them behind the desk. Just do it. I do press conferences. But I do many press conferences. So in 32 days, and then one day, just one day. This is 32 days in a row. Must be some kind of a crazy record. Then one day, do you remember I didn't do one? Because I took Kai, my very brilliant golfer, beautiful young lady who swings the club so beautifully. She's a great scratch golfer and loves playing. Grandpa, would you take me to play golf? So I ran, I play golf in record. I play speed golf. It's better that way. You know the expression, miss it quick. No, I play speed golf. But I'm a good golfer. Everybody is. Anybody that I've beaten in this group. But I love to play golf, but I don't get to play much. But I took off 2 hours, and the press couldn't find me. But they knew I was there because they follow me. And I was getting, are you okay? Guys are calling me up. Some of the guys in this room. Sir, are you okay? Yeah, what's the problem? There's a report, sir, that you're no longer with us. Remember that? No. The report was that I don't want to use the D word. That's such a horrible word. Dead. I don't like. There's a report, sir, that you're no longer with us. I said, well, I just hit a 280-yard drive. This isn't bad. And, it's one of the, and it took me a couple of weeks to get that one straightened out. The new one is they did a report in the fake news New York Times where I worked this day from early in the morning till late in the evening, but we don't give out a full schedule. It's like who the hell wants to give out a schedule to these people? But it's all work. And in particular, this day was brutal. I never got to leave the seat. You couldn't do anything. It was just one after another after another. And this went on from early in the morning till late in the evening. And my people gave out a report. He had lunch. They show a report, lunch with somebody. And they did a story. Donald Trump is slowing down. He only had lunch. And then he went back up. And they said, oh, that's malfeasance, whoever did, right? No, it's terrible. I was actually more angry with my people than I was with the New York Times. But they wrote a story, and it takes you a period of time to recover from these hits. And it's almost no matter what you do, but you have to keep a positive eye. But we have a fake press. We did a thing that's so incredible on medicine that nobody has ever done it. Reducing favored nations, most favored nations, we reduced the cost of medicine at levels that have never even been dreamt of before. We should win the elections on just that thing if we did nothing else and went home. Go home. We did favored nations where we're bringing down the price of a pill. As an example, in London, the pill sells for $10. In New York, it sells for $130. That's 13 times as much. Most favored is I want to pay what the lowest nation in the world is paying. Everybody knew about it, but nobody had the guts or the stamina to do it or the respect from other nations. But I do. And then you also had to get the drug companies. The drug companies were not easy, but they were much easier compared to the other nations. So the other nations used to tell the drug companies, we're not going to pay more. They kept it for years, the same price. Everything, we just kept going up, up, up. And finally I had the drug companies and I said, listen, fellas, you can't do this. Can't do it anymore. I'm not going to let it. We're going to do it. And if you're not going to do it, and I did things to them that were brutal, but I really found out it was the nations that were so tough. So when France was told that the pill will go from $10 to $30, it's a big increase, right? But it's not really. And that ours would come down from $12 or $13 down to $30. So theirs would go from 10 to 20 or 30, and ours would go from $13 down to, meaning $130 down to 20 or 30. So it's a huge drop for us. Now, depending on the way you calculate it, it could be thousands of percent down. It could also be 90% and 80%. You know, there's two ways of calculating. I don't know if you know. They said Donald Trump exaggerated. Now, there are two ways of calculating it. But calculate it at 80, 90%. But the other way is more accurate, like 900%, because that's what it really is. But there are two ways. But use be generous, 90%. There hasn't been a reduction in 28 years, except for the 1 year where I got it down 1/4%, and I had a news conference. I was so proud of myself. The drug prices, prescription drugs, are going to be down by thousands of points. Thousands. On that one item, you should win this election. The New York Times barely wrote about it. The other papers barely wrote about it. Nobody even knows that the drug prices. Now, people will say, you don't mind if I don't read this crazy teleprompter, do you? Because, do you mind? Because I have, it's called standard. But these things are so important because you guys got to get elected. Because if you don't get elected, we have a country that's going to go to hell. So we can't play games. Ladies and gentlemen, the sun will rise tomorrow, and when it rises, we don't need this bullshit. We need to talk about favored nations. And your numbers are coming down at levels that nobody's ever seen. We inherited high prices. We inherited a mess. We inherited the greatest inflation in history. And you know what was knocking it down? The bad economy that we inherited. We inherited bad. We now have the hottest economy in the history of our country. We have $18 trillion being invested in the United States. Every one of you have car plants, AI plants, plants of all different types. They're up because of tariffs. I hope we get the good ruling from the Supreme Court. I only hope we do, because it's given us tremendous national security. So let me just finish up because I weave. I love to weave. If you ever weave and don't come back to the point, then that's a problem. Then you say, but when you weave and you go here and boom, 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 always coming back, then you're in good shape. But what's happening is by doing what I did, we're getting numbers that are so low. But what did I do to the countries? I said, France, your healthcare for prescription drugs is going to go up triple. It's going from $10 a pill, just as an example. I call it the fat drug. You could say the fat drug, Ozempic. Ozempic is $80 in London, and it's $1,300 in New York. The fat drug. A friend of mine called me up. He said, what the hell is going on? A very rich guy, but I said, the fat drug doesn't work on you. Why are you even taking it? The drug has failed miserably, but he's a very loud, boisterous. He's not a bad guy, not a great guy. Smart as hell, but he's a very rich guy. This drug, he could have paid millions for it. It wouldn't have mattered. But he said, in London, I'm paying $80. In New York, I'm paying many times more than that. What the hell is that? Because of what's happened? Because the nations have respect. So the drug companies, I have nothing to do with it. They said whatever the nations agree to, the nations will a bigger problem than Britain. So I said, you tell me they'll never agree, sir. I said, 100% I will. 100%. They said, sure, but smells great. Eli Lilly, Merck, Pfizer, all genius. They're all making numbers you wouldn't believe. The defense contractors are making more. That's why I'm going to say, you're making $45 million a year and you can't produce a freaking helicopter for 7 years? Don't talk about it. But I said to the France, I call it as an example. That's just as an example. I like him as a nice guy. Emmanuel. You know Emmanuel? Macron. I love the French accent. Emmanuel. They said, listen, you're going to have to raise your prices a little bit because you're paying 14 times more than you. It's a lot, right? You're paying numbers. In other words, we're making up for all of this deficit. No. I don't know that. I will not be able to. Mr. President, please excuse me. Most of the people call me Mr. President, except for people that don't respect me. Appreciate that. But they said, no.
New video game console.
Offering 4K gaming resolution, this console delivers up to 120 frames per second with an 8K high dynamic range. We've also added 2 games.
Nice to see it. So, those numbers closest to the actual retail price. I'll go over. Good luck, everybody. We're going to start with you. Go ahead. Chalmers, how you doing, buddy? How are you doing? You're first. Start us out. 475. Thank you, first time. 325. Thank you. 476. Carol.
477.
399. Actual retail price.
Yes.
$580.
Good. Where are you from? Virginia. Oh, I'm from Virginia. Welcome to LA. What do you do?
I'm a client concierge for a major insurance company.
Oh. So when you get to an accident or trouble or has a thing, you take care of them if they have enough insurance with you?
That's correct.
Yeah. George, they have travel insurance, don't they?
What we've got for you is a trip
to Germany.
Germany. You would have guessed we're going to Nuremberg, Germany for a 6-night stay at Hotel de Robin Nuremberg. A romantic boutique hotel where each room tells a legendary tale of the city and is centrally located near St. Lorenz Church, the Art Museum, and Nuremberg Castle. Daily breakfast is included. It's a prize worth $13,674.
It was called Cliffhangers.
Anybody who watches Price is Right wishes they could play cliffhangers. We have 3 items on those stands over there. You're going to give me the price of them one by one. For every dollar you're off, the older guy here is going to go up $1. You have $25 to work with altogether before he flies off the edge of the mountain. You keep him safe, and you're on your way to Germany. Really great place to visit. George, tell us all about it, please.
All right. First up, this reversible cutting board is lightweight and heat resistant. And then this fishing magnet offers a pull strength of 1,000 pounds. And then finally, these swimming goggles offer 100% UV protection.
Cutting board. How much for the cutting board?
$20 for cutting board. $20 for cutting board.
$30.
I'd say on average,
You're right. No. Anyway, you older guy.
they will also they would be honored to argue their process. So we would be honored to argue their process if that's what they like.
$14 difference.
Someone buy 4 stuff. Fishing magnet is $35.
$35 is right.
No.
$11 to work with.
Followed by 6 steps.
We got $5 to work with.
And the last one is living goggles for $25.
$28. Is you right. How do you rate it, guy?
I guess.
Followed by 7 steps like one.
Next prize, please, George.
It's new boxing gear.
New boxing gear.
Bluetooth tumbler and a towel.
Thank you, Edward. I'm going to go with $850. Carol. $851. $825. $1,001.
1,002.
Actual retail price, $1,020.
Yes.
I'm from sunny San Diego.
Sunny San Diego. What's up, San Diego? And what do you do?
Like a towel. I'm a towel.
Good. Well, good. Thanks for coming all the way up here from San Diego. George, what do we got for Carissa?
We're going to beautify your home, Carissa, with a new bathroom.
New bathroom.
Timeless contemporary style and functionality. This sleek collection from Swiss Madison features a linen cabinet, a vanity with a ceramic sink, a matte black faucet, a soft close toilet, a bath tissue holder, a towel bar, a freestanding bathtub and faucet, and a towel warmer. We've also added a bathtub caddy. Plus, this 55-inch 4K Smart TV features OLED technology.
Keep it going, coming or going.
Coming or going is one of our famous either or games. Make the prices so they're coming
I'm gonna
towards
say
us.
coming. I'm gonna say coming.
$7, or make the numbers so they're going away from you, so it's $7,685. Coming or going. Good luck.
Last night, we had another one today. We hit one last night. $7,685. Not just, Dow. Dow was
Yes!
And the future, because we have more money coming into our country than any country has ever had by far. The record was about $3 trillion many years ago by China. We've got $18 trillion pouring into our country. You know why? Because of tariffs. Because if they build a factory, they don't have to pay any tariff. But if they make it in another country and they send it in, they have a very big tariff to pay. So they can't pay that tariff. So what they do is they come in and they're building. But by the way, this is what China did to us for many years. It's just reversing it. Other than we have a great product. We were losing our product. Tell you what, if I had lost this election, if you had Kamala, it's the same thing, Joe and Kamala, I call them equals. If you had Kamala come in, I believe that our country would have been Venezuela on steroids. I used to say that during the campaign. If I don't win, we're going to have Venezuela. So we have 18 trillion coming in. I think we could hit 20 trillion by the time the year is up, right? It's less than 1 year, 18 trillion. The record is $3 trillion. $3 trillion is a lot of money. 18 trillion is not even thinkable. That's all investment. That's building factories. That's building plants. You know how many car factories we have? Half of you guys are having car factories. Where you are, Louisiana is doing great. Georgia, right next to you, is doing great. Hello. Nice guy. All nice people. Actually, in this room, I can't see any. Is there anybody I'm supposed to dislike in this room? I think that a couple of people maybe didn't show up. There's only one that I really dislike. I mean, the same person that Mike gave up on, because there's something wrong with him. He's a sick person. But there's only one, really. The others, you just have to understand them. They have some problems too, but you just have to sort of go with them and understand them, feel sorry for them, advise their family, are they okay? Because what we're doing is right. But $18 trillion, car plants being built. I was in Japan. Somebody admonished me, he shouldn't be traveling. I don't like to travel. I don't like to travel. I don't travel. I make a lot of money for the country, not for me. For me, I don't make any kids. I have a much higher purpose. I have plenty of money. I don't need money. I want to make money for the country. And like I do with retail.
Next prize, please, George. Next up, it's Fun Drink Maker.
New fun drink maker.
This margarita machine can create 72 ounces of frozen drinks at a time. We've also got a kitchen island with 2 stools. Yeah. Jessica, you're first. $7.99. $1,100. $1 true. $1 true.
1101.
Retail price.
No, I was
Did you get a bone marrow transplant?
My mom's recovering from a bone marrow transplant.
What's your mom's name? Hi, Sonia. How you doing? Good luck to you.
Finally, the Supreme Court.
Wow.
This could happen to
God bless you,
anybody
man. I'm
else.
so glad it worked out. Sonia, I hope you're doing better. George, what do we got for her?
My tax return is there.
Jessica is about to win a brand new
the game is called Gas Money.
2025 Kia K4LX. Featuring a 2-liter engine, continuously variable transmission, and front-wheel drive. It's the Kia K4.
Gas money, Jessica. We have 5 prices here: 26,000, 23,000, 25,000, 22, 24. One of those prices is the price of that car. The other 4 are not, but they have money if you keep the car. There's a $1,000 one, a $2,000 one, a $3,000, and a $4,000. Total of $10,000.
Oh my God.
If you play this game perfectly, you'll win a Kia K4 LX plus.
So this friend of mine is highly sophisticated, rich guy, smart guy. So there's nobody that I know that could have gone through an examination
You have
like
to pick
that
the
and
car
not ended up
last.
in
Pick the car price line. If you you'll pick
Nobody
the
ever
price,
had a
hopefully
suffer like
they'll have money behind it
I
to start
did.
out with.
Nobody ever did
And
that to anybody else.
you might decide, oh,
You
that's
know,
enough
there
money
was
for
an
me, I'm going to
expression,
quit.
Andrew
Because if you keep on going, if you pick the car
was the most
price
abused
early,
president
you
in the
lose
history of the
everything.
United States.
But
You
you're
know who
always just
second
in it. But
was?
if you get them
This
all
before me.
without picking the
You
car
know who
price,
second
the
was?
car plus $10,000.
Abraham Lincoln.
Right, Jessica?
But he had civil war. So we have to give
That's
him
not the
thanks.
price of the car.
But Andrew Jackson was treated horribly. He was a great general and a good president. So bad that his wife died. When his wife died, they
Amber Lancaster
horrible.
says.
But I just saw a report came out the other day. I blow them away. He never
You want
got
to stop or keep going?
impeached
Don't
twice.
pick the price of the car.
Got impeached twice on nothing.
Okay,
It
what
was
is
a
that?
perfect phone call, remember? Perfect phone call. Tim Scott, who's a great guy, great, wonderful guy.
26,490.
Great guy, right?
It
He was a good guy,
is.
good person.
Yes!
He's an honest person. He wrote a transcript. Thank goodness I had a transcript. Essentially, the call was clipped because they take calls. I didn't even know. So was that call taped? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to tell and we read the transcript. It was perfect. It was so good. I told Ukraine not to cheat. And if you see any cheating, report it to the Attorney General of the United States.
Yes, my wonderful Lord!
And we have a signed agreement. We have actually signed. They violated the agreement many times. I would tell you'll find out. I was right about that too. But nobody's gotten tricked. But this guy said to me, "For you to have escaped." But the one thing, and I'll just end it because Jim Jordan back there, world champion wrestler, 128-1. Whatever happened to the one guy? The Russian. He lost to, how dare you lose to a Russian? Do you know the more impressive record for Jim? Because I'm a big sports person. I love sports. Jim went to high school. As in high school, he was considered like the top wrestler. But he was undefeated in high school. Now, what that means is that as a freshman, he was beating seniors. Is that true? Were you actually undefeated? Seriously, were you undefeated in high school? That means as a freshman, he had to beat seniors, Steve. Nobody could, because there's such a difference between a freshman and a senior. To me, that's more impressive than anything. But I'm also impressed with his fight. Now we have to close the deal, Jim. We got to close the deal. Close that deal. So I respect. I saw Jim, and the first time I met Jim, I looked at him. I said, tough-looking guy. But I noticed the ears, they were a little rough. They were a little bit of a rough. Some people would say a little cauliflower on that ear. I said, Jim, have you wrestled before? Yes, I did. Where? Was it Ohio State? Something like, he was an All-American at Ohio State. I said, yeah, I could sort of tell. I look at the ears and I can sort of tell. But have you had plastic surgery on your ears, Jim, now? Because they look better now than they did the first time. They've healed over the years. They've healed. Actually, now you're wrestling with probably much tougher people, the radical left lunatics, right? But anyway, so I just want to leave it by this. I want to say that you are great people. We have all of the policy. We have wonderful. Just stay together. We got a few people that make life very difficult. They don't have that. I used to say they don't have a Mitt Romney in their midst. I mean, Mitt Romney was very difficult. He was almost like for them. It was a very on the Senate side. But we have a couple of people that are really bad. I mean, they're bad, but maybe they'll straighten out. Maybe somebody in the room can sit them down and straighten them out, because what we're doing is the right thing for the country. We're not Republican or Democrat. We're doing the right thing for the country. If you look at what we're trying to solve the healthcare problem. We're trying to get better healthcare at a lower price. I mean, that's a good thing, right? And the one thing I learned, and just in concluding, and I said it like a month and a half ago, and it was the number one thing in the country. Even the fake news covered it. They tried to put a negative spin on it.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do, and we'll come to you. Call us now for a free book. Call 257-6000.
Who invested recently in a stock that's up 7%? And that's because the money that they're getting from Obamacare and the government, that means they're making a fortune. And as soon as that,
Sperigata.
I've done a lot of things in somebody said, he's got the best political ministers of any politician in the 150 years. He said, no, I really do. I think I do. He said, that's common sense. But they said that it was
75.
policy and common sense, and maybe the instincts. And I did become president, so it could be up there, and I never did it before. Don't forget, I ran for president. I had a
40. My God.
35 decided. 64
Dollars to watch. That's my God. Kind of.
These are the ones that take the pictures. Make me look thin for a change, Doctor. You're making me look a little bit heavy. I'm not happy about it. But one thing I did see and find out in the last 2 months, when you tell the people that we want the money to be paid to the people so the people can buy their own health insurance and health care, it's like, and I just said it, and I said it because I read a story on the front page of a certain paper that I don't even mention because it's so stupid paper, it's so bad, it's got so far off the Wall Street Journal, I don't mention it. I refuse to tell you that it's the Wall Street Journal. They've lost their way. This is not the Wall Street Journal of old. But I read a story on the Wall Street Journal, and it said that the insurance companies are making so much money. They weren't demeaning them or anything, and I guess as an investor, you're happy. When I read that, I said, wait a minute, they're making that kind of money, and they're making it because of stupid politicians, I hate to say, that we allow them to make it. If you guys can get in a room, because, we don't have that as one of our issues. It's the only thing they have. They're lousy at it. They came up with Obamacare. We tried to fight it. We almost had it won, but we didn't get 3 votes. We should have gotten them. But here's, you want to turn this thing, you work on favored nations, you work on borders, you work on all of the things that we talked about. But now you take the healthcare issue away from them, and they want to fight it. You know why? They're all owned by the insurance companies, and they cannot fight it successfully. There's nothing they can do. That's like almost the voter ID thing. When they try and fight, I watched the guy trying to explain why we shouldn't have voter ID the other day, and the guy was a fool. He looked like an idiot. This is the same kind of an issue. let the money go in the healthcare account or however you do it. Let the money go directly to the people. Now, you have to be a little flexible on Hyde. You know that. You got to be a little flexible. You got to work something. You got to use ingenuity. You got to work. We're all big fans of everything, but you got to be flexible. You have to have flexibility. I came out with a statement. Let the money go not to the big fat cats and the insurance companies that made 1,700% over the last short period of time.
Touch play.
Let the
Sexy.
money go directly to the people where they can get I'm not sure that I've ever seen anything that was more
Tell me welcome to the show.
Good luck to you.
Next prize, please, George.
And
All right, here comes Manuela around on the turntable with a new massage chair.
New massage chair.
Reclining zero-gravity massage chair features whole body airbag compression, adjustable massage intensity, and ease. We've also added an e-reader.
And the other thing is federalization.
Let's have it. Only needs the letter E.
Very good at federalization.
$1,100.
$1,100.
Very wonderful young senator from Alabama.
$1,200. Carol.
And the case.
1201, Drew.
1201.
Just
1203.
So retail price $2,000.
Yes.
It would have been a disaster. Unfortunately, I picked it up and
Happy birthday. Where are you from?
All the way here for my birthday for your show.
Oh, wow. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. What are you doing in Atlanta?
I'm a security guard.
Oh, get out of here.
No, I swear.
They only hire big guys to be. Oh, never mind. Thought you had to be imposing. George, what do you have for Chalmers? Wow, we got some great prizes back here. It's new cookware, designer handbags, security, home security, and scooter.
And that's what I thought about. What was going on with
This commercial from Pioneer Housewares features 5 wide designs with easy distribution.
I learned that at the meeting. I'm going to meet with them in a few days. I'm meeting with over 14 companies. I'm meeting with them all. I'm also meeting with oil companies. Let's go. You know what that's about. A lot of oil control, which is going to bring down oil prices even further.
Secure your home with this package from UV.
If you can come up with health care, remember this, where the money goes to the people, you just own, they can't fight it. They're owned by the insurance companies. You guys don't get money from the insurance companies. They do. They get a massive amount of money. It's the biggest donor. They're going to try and fight you, but they can't really fight. If you explain it, the money goes directly to the people. That's going to be your issue. The other thing is energy. Your energy prices have come so far down since that president. And nobody wants to, I saw on television, energy prices are down 4%.
The cookware, the accessories, the home security system, and the
They were
scooter.
$3.50 and $4. It's now $1.99 a gallon in many stations, and it's going down further. And that's like a massive tax cut. And that's the other thing.
Scooter is
No tax on tips.
$3,299.
No tax on Social Security. No tax on overtime.
Let's find out about the cookware.
Now think of this. No tax on tips. No tax for seniors and Social Security. No tax on overtime. You're allowed to deduct if you buy a car and you take out a loan on the car. For the first time ever, middle-income people, all people can deduct, but they never got a deduction before like this. It's only for rich people. They got them. They have so many deductions. You're allowed to deduct the interest against your taxes. Nobody thought it was possible. It's going to be phenomenal for the car companies, but it's even more phenomenal for the people. It's like getting it's like paying half for the car. All of these things, you have so much ammunition. All you have to do is sell it. Taxes. But the one thing they know about the taxes The great big, I call it the great big beautiful bill. I think it's even better. But the great big beautiful bill is just that. There are so many goodies in the bill. You have to get the word out because the people in the back of the room won't do it. That's why I love live television because they can't. Well, sometimes they'll turn the camera off, but they're embarrassed when they do that. You know, if we're going too strong and doing too well, if the lights go off, you know you're doing well. If the lights are on, you got yourself a problem. Okay. I see that little red light. That light goes on. If that light, that's bad, isn't it? If that light goes off, you know that you're doing a good job because you're fighting the Democrats and you're fighting the fake news. And it's amazing that they can be so stupid and they don't have credibility anymore and you can beat them. I mean, it's the whole thing that, you know, never fight the news, but you have no choice because it's almost like they become radicalized. You can beat them. That's why I'm saying it. I mean, I don't think they do it for and then they changed it. That's like the fire in the rain. He's losing now, so let's get somebody else in to take his place.
Hey, welcome to the show.
They changed in the middle of the
Something to do, George. All right, well then look up because the prize is coming on now.
A new laptop. A new computer.
This purchase laptop features 16 gigs of memory. $650, Toby. $900. Dante. $1,100. Carol.
$700.
Love it a one.
Actual retail price $1,732.
We should have impeached Joe Biden for 150.
The circle's real up there, isn't it? It's crazy, and I'm not having the best time.
Oh, good.
So nice to see you. George, I thought he'd never go. What do you have for him? You're gonna have a bester time when you see your new car.
A new car.
It's the 2025 Nissan Versa S, featuring a 1.6-liter engine, continuously variable transmission, front-wheel drive, and splash guards, plus front sill plate protectors. It's the Nissan Versa.
They keep the kid.
Thank you, Manuela. We're playing a game called
Game is called Stack the Deck.
Five spots, 7 numbers to pick from, 1 number each spot.
Solid
Tough to
common
do.
sense
But
policy.
instead of starting blank like that, we're going to help you stack the deck
What they do
in your favor
is they stick
by
together.
winning 3 numbers. You
They
can win up to
never
3
have a
numbers.
no-vote.
Let's show them how,
They
George. We have
impeached me.
beverage
I
and
never
gravy
knew I was
mix.
going to be impeached. I got a phone call. You just got impeached. I said,
First up,
what is that?
that is a 16.9-ounce white peach flavored beverage. And then it's a 1.61-ounce packet of brown gravy mix. $3.99. Is that for the beverage or the gravy mix?
The gravy mix.
And the second time, a few people in these little
Beverage $3.99. Let's see it.
Yeah.
First, second, third, fourth, or fifth number.
Everyone said it makes me feel so good. I don't want to feel anxious, but I'm still happy with it. And that's seriously going to the rest of the night.
Yes. Okay, sorry. Yeah, fifth one. 8. Thank you.
Right?
Now, let's go on to cheddar shreds and cooking spray. Go ahead, George. All right, here we are. First up, that's 5 ounces of coconut oil cooking spray. And then 7.1 ounces of plant-based cheddar shreds. Plant-based cheddar shreds.
Cheddar shreds.
Is that for the cooking spray or the cheddar shreds?
I'm hearing a lot of cheddar. A lot of cheese.
So there's
A lot of cheddar up there.
just give me some.
The cheddar shred.
Yeah, a lot of internet cheddar. Cheddar shreds, $4.99.
Yeah. Let's say third number.
And then if I could get a genius, it would be good. And we're going to go to Sigler. He's
Third number.
Are you happy with it?
Third number is a 4.
Third number's a 4.
We have some kind of remedy and some kind of deodorizer. Go ahead, George. That's 12 ounces of cold and flu medicine. ahead.
I would say cold medicine, final answer.
For $14.99, which one is $14.99?
I would say medicine.
And I gave you something. It's just a word. And it's a word not to victim.
Is the remedy worth the price of the cure? Let's find out. $11.99 or price of disease, however it goes. $14.99. Yes.
Yes.
Second or fourth number.
I'm gonna say the fourth number.
Just don't find it. It doesn't make sense.
Fourth number.
There've been
Fourth
two
number is
$23,458.
Nissan Versa S. It's the first number.
And it doesn't make sense. We've had the most successful year probably in the history. And now you add what happened essentially yesterday. We've had the most successful first year of any president in history. And it should be a positive. And make it a positive. So with that, I'll leave you. I do. I started by saying I love you all. And I'll end by saying I love you all. Amazing people. What you do for this country is incredible. And thank you all very much. Thank you.
I get nervous on this game. It's rare that people get off.
Well, that was President Trump wrapping up his remarks to House Republicans at a retreat at the Trump Kennedy Center. He was working with them to map out the year ahead. That's the basis. The top line of all of this is, if they don't win the midterm elections, this president says Democrats will impeach him. That's got to be a line today. Now, we did get into other things, and we will this hour as well. Venezuela and what's going to happen with the then vice president, Delcy Rodriguez, now the official president of Venezuela. Like, what things will the United States be asking of her? We'll get into all of it. For now, let's start with where the president did. House Oversight Chairman James Comer, Republican from the Commonwealth of Kentucky, is with me now. Good to see you and Happy New Year. Look.
Happy.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Price Fair. We have time for one more contestant. George Gray, who you got for us? It's going to be May Brookins. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Hi, May. Welcome to the show. Good luck. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. George, next prize, please.
You can start a band with a collection of instruments.
A new collection of instruments.
instrument collection. It's a 5-piece drum set, a digital keyboard, and an electric guitar. Accessories are included.
Nate, what do you say?
I'm gonna get $2,500.
$2,500. Thank you, Carol.
1901, Drew.
1901. Darwin.
2000.
2000. Toby.
$2,501.
$1. Good luck. Actual retail price is $7.22.
No.
Congratulations, you made it. Thank you. I love your jacket, man. Where'd you? I know where you got it. Where are you from?
From Orlando, Florida. I got it in your dressing room, actually.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Might want to lock the door.
I was gonna say. Yeah. Stay out of my luggage, George. What do you got for Toby?
Drew, myself, and Rodney want you to have a trip
To Atlanta.
So you and the guys will fly to Atlanta, Georgia for a 5-night stay in an upgraded King Suite at the Cortland Grand Hotel. Relax at this elegant property that offers thoughtfully designed rooms, an indoor-outdoor courtyard pool, oversized jacuzzi, and on-site restaurant. Daily breakfast is included. We've also added tickets to a museum and a gondola ride.
It was called Squeeze Play.
It was called Squeeze Play. So what you're going to do to win is get rid of one of these numbers in the middle. So you're going to keep the 6.
I'm going to say give it a 9.
The 3 at the end. We're going to remove the 2, the 9, or the 8 to make it the right price. What do you think, Toby?
Let's take away the 9.
Let's remove the 9.
Right.
Say that to our very best gold-winning all-star, has his own parking space crew member. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. I'd love to see your name on the plaque. I'll be back. Squeeze those numbers together, please. $283. Let's give it to him. What the?
No.
make all our family moments better, especially when they're Eggland's Best. Tastes so fresh and amazing, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best.
My life was constantly interrupted by pee breaks. Until I found Eucora's In Control, a supplement that reduces urgency, leaks, and bathroom trips. Try today at Eucora.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Time to spin the wheel. Toby, go ahead.
All
Let's get somebody else to the showcase round. Who do you want to say hello to?
I want to say hello to all my friends back in Orlando and my little traveling buddy Lola. She's here. Gotta bring it home for her, Drew.
95, 50, 85, 85,
50.
Let's
Spin
spin
it again.
Okay, good luck. Here we go, 50-50. That's what we're looking for. At least it wasn't a 10 again. That was weird. Before 3 times in a row. 50-50. And
Too much.
Dante, good luck. You want to say hi to somebody?
Yes, the entire Macatantan clan, my mom and dad, siblings, my boyfriend Robbie, and my little doggy Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
70.
70.
Stay.
We're in staying.
Yeah, good, right there. Happy birthday, buddy. All the way from Atlanta. Go ahead. Give it a nice look at Atlanta spin. You want to say hi to somebody?
Yeah, I want to say hi to everybody back in Chambly, Georgia, at Mercy Care. My wife, Cicely, my 2 children, Cairo and Sanaa, and my son, Brian.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Dad's looking to be a 70. There is a 70.
55. My God.
One more time. Here we go. He needs 15 to tie. 45 for the dollar. There's the tie. There's a 95. Here comes the dollar. That'll put you ahead. And that
90 is too much.
It's such a pleasure. Hey, congratulations. Right away to the showcase. Congratulations. Check us out on Instagram.
Whatever life throws our way.
I love Taylor Swift off season 7 next season premiere Wednesday only on BT.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the showcase time, guys. George, can we please see the first showcase?
Since you asked so nicely, here we go. Dante and Shauna, this showcase is forecasting a 100% chance of adventure. First, car through brush powder and glide down snowy peaks. With this
ski package.
This His and Hers collection with 2 pairs of lightweight skis, 2 pairs of aluminum ski poles, and 2 pairs of polyurethane ski boots with aluminum buckles plus bindings. Next, soar through partly cloudy skies and capture sweeping bird views with this new drone. This drone features 4K UHD video, a 45-minute flight time, and a 2.2-pound payload capacity. And finally, when the sun comes out and the sky's clear, cruise around town.
A new car.
It's the 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport, featuring a 2-liter engine, continuously variable transmission, and front-wheel drive. So it's a ski package, a drone, and a brand new car. Fun is in the forecast if the price is right.
Dante, want to bid on that or pass it on, Shauna?
I am going to pass.
Passes it on. What do you say?
Take it.
Yeah, what do you bid?
$19,400.
$24,400. Thank you very much. Dante, here's your showcase. Take it away, George.
You got it, Drew. Dante, if blue is your favorite hue, this showcase was made just for you. First, take a plunge into the deep sapphire waters of
Trip to Lake Tahoe.
You and guys will fly to Sacramento and head to Lake Tahoe for a 3-night stay in a premium king room at Coachman Hotel. Enjoy a serene getaway at this stylish mountain retreat, offering upscale accommodations with picturesque views and personalized hospitality. A $120 food and beverage credit is included. We've also added a Lake Tahoe sailing cruise, rental car, and daily breakfast. Next, feast your eyes on the tranquil turquoise waters of
Trip to Woodboyd Lake, Canada.
You and the guests will fly to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and head to Banff for a 6-night stay in a premier queen room at Sunshine Mountain Lodge. This eco-boutique hotel is a true winter wonderland with lavish amenities nestled inside Banff National Park. 1 dinner plus daily breakfast, lift tickets, private ski lessons, and equipment rentals are included. We've also added a rental car and a Moraine Lake sightseeing tour. And finally, soak up the elegance of shimmering aquamarine on your trip
to Lake Como, Italy.
You and guests will fly to Milan, Italy, and head to Lake Como for a 6-night stay in a standard room at a 4-star hotel that features a restaurant, a bar, and a fitness center located in the historic center of Lake Como. Daily breakfast is included. We've also added a rental car. So it's trips to Lake Tahoe, Moraine Lake in Canada, and Lake Como in Italy. Dip into blue water if the price is right.
All right, Dante, what do you say? That's pretty good. This is amazing. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm going to give it a solid
$50,100.
$20,100. Good luck. Good luck. We're going to find out who wins.
Hey, Shana, how you feeling? We're going to start with you. Ski package, a drone, and a Hyundai Elantra. You bid $24,400. Actual price is $27,634. Difference of $3,234. Dante. Trips all over the world, Lake Tahoe, Canada, and Italy. You bid $20,100. Actual price is $31,476. Difference of $11,370.
I want a new ski package, the new drone, and the new car.